Hi, Michael. Thank you very much, and welcome everyone to Lamini Stadium here, night 2. Terrific crowds on hand, terrific audiences out there watching the Little League World Series. It's Ohio and California tonight, their first game. We still haven't seen a couple of teams that have gotten a bye. We're waiting to watch that Nolensville, Tennessee team back here for the 3rd consecutive season. They have yet to take the field, but tonight it's the West from El Segundo, California, and Ohio, New Albany, Ohio Little League, just outside of Columbus, Ohio. Two teams ready. They've seen enough. It's time for them to get on the field and show what they can do.
All around.
Come together.
That's it. It's all over. The biggest upset in the history of Little League.
Complete game for Monet Davis.
A walk-on to go to the Little League World Series.
This is an experience that
Tim Kirkchen and I'm Carl Ravitch, delighted to be alongside. Julie Foudy will join us in just a bit. So you've seen the entire field. You know the West region. It's interesting. You don't see a team from Hawaii that's been the dominant crew, but when it's not Hawaii, it's usually Southern California, and that's what we have here.
Tells you how good this team is, too, because that regional was tough. And this El Segundo team, the way that they did it, they got some big dudes. And the biggest here at the Little League World Series is Louis Lappy. And you look at what he does on both sides. They call him the Natural. That's his nickname because of how good he is, how natural it comes to him. And the numbers, he throws 75 miles an hour. By the way, he hit 857 in the regionals. He's one of those players, they talk about 7, 8 years old. He stood out even then, and that's the kind of player who's been getting him here.
Stands out, stands tall. He is with Julie Foudy. Julie?
Ravi, I am with Louis Lappy with the California team, one of the stars of the California team. Louis, first of all, congratulations on being here in Williamsport. Give me the 411 on what you've been doing, how it's going.
Well, we stay in the dorms, which is really cool, and we go to the game room. There's a bunch of ping pong and video games there. We like to hang out and play other teams. And we also, there's a pool, but we haven't been there yet. I wish to do.
You'll get in that pool, I guarantee it. All right, what about you on the mound? Let's talk about that. On the mound, at bat, you've been playing so well. How do you want to continue that here in Williamsport?
Well, I think just being here, it'll motivate me to do well, and I also hope to do well. So, yeah.
One of the things I've learned, we have an incredible research staff. I don't know if you know this, but we found out, my favorite nugget, you are the tallest here at the Little League World Series at 6'1". I am not 6'1", so will you help this old lady off her perch?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Louis. Thank you. Okay, all right, thank you very much. Have fun. Go crush it.
I need one of those.
Can you appreciate that? You got a chance to be down there. You saw them both take the infield and the outfield. And on the other side, man, Ohio, they have one of the best pitchers that's going to be here, and we've seen such great pitching already.
Kevin Klingerman is a big kid. He can really run. He's a great hockey player. He hits a golf ball 270 yards, and he is a tremendous hitter and pitcher. He leads the team in hits, runs, home runs, and RBIs in the regional. And as a pitcher, 11 2/3 innings, 3 hits allowed, 18 strikeouts, no runs. That's who California is up against. I have seen this kid move. You won't see too many big kids move as gracefully as this guy does.
All right, so we got Kevin Klingerman in that matchup coming up with the size and the success of El Segundo, California. Klingerman, Lappy, Mendoza, Kirkchen, Foudy, Ravitch when we come back with the first pitch.
It's a huge deal to me. Almost every kid dreams to be here. When I first saw Lamini, it was awesome. I thought the regionals field was awesome, but this is way better.
It started to sink in like, oh, we're the first team from North Dakota. Like, we just made history.
Sí fue un sueño realidad que se cumplió. Que el equipo se prometió desde el principio. I've always wanted to play on that field since I was real little. I just imagined being there, and now the fact that it's a reality is just really exciting for me.
We're just about set. The Little League Baseball World Series on ESPN is presented by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. Central Ohio is where we find New Albany, Ohio, about 25 minutes outside of the great city of Columbus, Ohio. 2 hours to Cleveland, 2 hours to Cincinnati. Population of about 10,000. The race car driver, the famous Rahal family, Graham Rahal, is of course from New Albany, Ohio. Let's meet the team from Ohio, led by Tim Bush, the manager.
My name's Jake Gilliam, and my favorite artist is Luke Combs. My name's Owen Ardell, and my dream job is to be a college baseball coach.
My name is Alex Behane, and my favorite dessert is black raspberry ice cream.
My name's Eddie Block, and my dream job is to be an engineer.
My name's Henry Bush, and my dream job is to be a doctor.
My name's Beth Spangler, and my dream job is to be an NBA player.
My name's Austin Sturmy, and my favorite dessert is cookie dough ice cream.
My name's Kevin Clearman. My favorite food is surf and turf.
My name's Lincoln Loeffler, and my favorite actor is Tom Cruise.
My name is Cole Muller, and my favorite athlete is Kyler Murray.
My name's Nolan Pettiger, and my favorite player is Jose Ramirez.
My name's Hunter Sayre, and my favorite baseball player is Aaron Judge.
There is the manager, 23 years a coach, and a fourth grade teacher. Tim Bush has a chance to see these kids on a lot of different levels. And you talk to all the Ohio coaches, what they hope to do is just impart as much wisdom on these kids beyond the baseball field as they can, and they've had a great time with this group. It's a really, really neat group to hang out with. This is the New Albany, Ohio batting order. They had just 2 home runs in the regionals. They were both hit by Klingerman in the number 3 hole.
Man, he can hit. This team can hit, and they're up against a pitcher. This kid he throws really hard, but he's a mystery man, they tell me. They say Ollie Parks, if he's got his stuff, he can dominate. If he doesn't have his good stuff, he might be out the first inning. So we're in for a treat.
I think we have 2 of the better shortstops here in the Little League World Series tonight. Brody Brooks. Let's hope he gets a few ground balls, because you get a chance to show off that arm. That would be something special. On the other side, the second hitter for the Great Lakes team, Owen Nardell, is really, really neat. Looks a lot, reminds me of Spike Owen out there. Like, he just makes every play, and you can tell he enjoys it. First game for California, first game for the Great Lakes champion, New Albany, Ohio. Henry Bush settles in, and Ollie Parks is ready. And we're underway. That first pitch is swung at, and that's going to get off the screen.
Love the aggressiveness. We talk so much pitching. All these hitters are like, get me on the board. Henry Bush had 14 hits between the state and regionals. He's been a hit machine. Big part of it is his speed, but also that aggressiveness you saw on the first pitch.
I just love how these kids are all in swing first mode. We can teach plate discipline as you get older, but at 12 you have to be up there thinking, I'm going to swing at this pitch, and then back off if you have to.
On a 1-1. That's look out. 2 balls and a strike. Henry Bush is 5'7", 111. He's a big fan of Bo Jackson. Got to know Bo through reading his dad, because he plays football and baseball. He's a quarterback, and he watches one sail outside.
Hey, boy. Keep fighting, keep fighting.
Tim Bush, the teacher, the coach. Suzanne, also a teacher. And another good swing.
Brad, those are higher velocity upstairs fastballs. Those are not easy to just foul off. Henry Bush doing a good job. Just bat to ball right now.
He's got the count to 3-2. Won't see Jackson Kalish tonight. He's another one of those big, tall, really, really good players from El Segundo. He's out sick.
He has a stomach flu, big blow. He was their starting first baseman tonight and number 3 hitter, and he won't play.
3-2. Roller on the ground. Lee falls, still able to make the play. Colby Lee, the second baseman, and there is 1 down.
That Washington team that we saw today had 10 kids sick the other day, and they all came from the same place, and that's probably where Jackson Kalish got it. Too bad.
Lucas Keldorf is the catcher. Declan McRoberts is at third base. Brody Brooks, the shortstop. Colby Lee, second baseman. Lewis Lappy is at first. Owen Nardell next up. That's off the plate. Finley Green's in left field. Max Baker's in center. Lennon Salazar is in right field tonight for California. Finley Green, the left fielder, very shallow.
Nardell weighs 92 pounds.
Yes, he does.
Another reminder, beauty of this sport. It's open to all shapes and sizes. And I can tell you, there's another 92-year-old kid on earth that could throw better than this guy.
Way outside. Owen will stand in against anybody like his idol Derek Jeter. His favorite book is the Jeter Unfiltered book. And what he likes about DJ was his passion, his humility, how he handles himself. Get right up on that plate and shoot it the other way.
And where's number 2, of course?
Of course he does.
Go for it.
Nardell draws the walk first base runner for us tonight. And here comes that matchup early with Kevin Klingerman.
They said in the open he can hit a golf ball 270. Ravi is a 4 handicap. Can you hit it 270?
Not close, and I'm probably not a 4 handicap anymore either, but Kevin Klingerman can do that, and he can certainly hit a ball over the wall if he gets a pitch to drive. He was aggressive on the first one, but he missed.
Got that Stanton-like style. Getting in the batter's box, you see his stance super closed off. It's to help him to stay inside, be able to go the other way.
Whoa.
2 pitches, both on the inside part of the plate. Interesting if Owen Parks knows something here, sees that closed stance, and says, I can beat him on the inside part. We'll see.
That's outside. Klingerman was not always that kid, and that's one of the things that the coaches from New Albany will tell you. I mean, his development over the last few years has been unbelievable, and he does golf, he plays hockey. He says it helps him with his hand-eye coordination in baseball. And we'll see him throw about 78 miles an hour. Erica and Kevin, the dad, watching on. In the dirt, good block behind the plate by Keldorf. Very familiar name, of course, to sports fans. His dad was that quarterback, Carolina, Chris Keldorf. Three and one, see if he gets one to hit. He did. 3-2.
Go for it.
In the dirt, ball 4. Nardell heads down to second. Back-to-back walks for Ollie Parks.
And again, the coaches told me we'll know right away with Ollie whether he's got it or not. And he's had a little bit of a control issue here with the second and third batters.
Parks has been asked to take that yellow sleeve off.
So that yellow sleeve was donated by Lars Nutbar, the outfielder for the Cardinals, who's from El Segundo, and he gave them all batting gloves and the undershirt sleeve, and the umpire made him take it off.
On the mound, there are some in the field still wearing it. And the first swing from Nolan Pettinger is fouled off. And a walk-off home run in the state semifinals. See, there's several other sleeves being worn around the in and outfield. Just foul, and nearly got his coach down there, who had a limbo out of the way.
Nolan is 5'8", 177 pounds. There are several really big kids on the field tonight.
And the best part about Nolan, his nickname is Big Sexy.
Of course.
Ollie Parks tried to quick pitch him there. As soon as he got in the box, he was ready to go.
Off speed, this one to right field. Salazar coming in, makes the play. Nardell tags. He's safe.
Fix the back.
God, I just love that by Nardell. He recognizes right away that ball's going to get caught. I'm going to tag, I'm going to move up and get to third. Because let's face it, Ravi, with a semi-wild pitcher on the mound. Wild pitch, pass ball. He scores from there. Really good base running.
Can we just admire the throw, though? I know he doesn't throw him out, but look at this gun from Lennon Salazar, right field. Making it all the way, made it a lot closer play than we've seen here in Little League. Usually that's an automatic tag to second and third.
Yeah, and a really good job, too, by McRoberts. How often do you see that ball get by a third baseman on a hop like that, and a run would come in? They're going to appeal
time.
to see if Nardell left early. I say this, Nardell was looking at Salazar before he took off, but boy, as soon as it hit leather, he was on. Now Muller, ball one. They will throw down, safe at second base. You don't see a lot of kids throw down, but Klingerman able to get there in time.
Well, almost never in the Little League do you see him throw through on that play. But Nardell, not messing around, stayed safely at third, second and third, 2 out.
What an opportunity with Klingerman on the mound for Ohio to get him an early lead. 2-0 count, 2 outs. Then Muller. That's a good eye. That didn't miss by much. It's 3-0.
All the misses have been the same side of the plate, that glove side, away to these righties.
Third walk of the inning. California opted not to have Lewis Lappy start this game. Declan McRoberts is another kid that pitches as well. Now we'll have a meeting here on the mound with the manager coming out, Danny Boley, to talk to Ollie Parks.
I told you, they weren't sure if he was going to get through the first inning or dominate.
It's there on the outside corner. Tight zone. Hey, so it's a tight zone, right? Hopefully we'll get the same. Hey, right now I need you to battle right now. I need you all to battle right now, right? There's 2 outs. There's 2 outs. Battle right now. Let's go. There's 2 outs. Let's battle right now. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Battle right now. Let's go. Hey, I love you, bud. Have fun.
Hunter Sayre is the catcher. He's coming up with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the first inning. Way outside, a terrific job by Keldorf, diving to make that stop and preventing a run.
He's almost anticipating, so all the wild pitches, Rav, have gone to that side.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. You think you just take until you get a strike?
Absolutely. Guys walk 3 in the inning, bases are loaded. I'm taking a strike every time.
Two balls, no strikes. Top of the first inning. They are close, but give Ohio credit for not swinging at it. 3 balls, no strikes.
As Todd Frazier said today, I might take 2 here.
He has thrown 7 balls in a row. Tim Bush basically told him, I'll give you a small box right around your stomach. If it's in that box, you can swing. If not, let it go. Good pitch right on the corner, and now 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Here we go. Bob! Bob!
Hey, if Ollie Parks gets out of this will be very impressive.
As soon as he releases, Citizens crossing
He's ready to go, and he threw it outside. 4th walk of the inning. It's 1-0 New Albany, Ohio. I almost wonder if Ollie Parks was in such a rush to throw it that he's affecting his ability to throw strikes.
Well, he certainly didn't get set before that last pitch.
Here's the right fielder, Bo Spangler. Bo late on that one, and a good one to start from Parks. Spangler is 12. He's 5'4", 94 pounds. With a name like Bo, his nickname, of course, is Jangles. And now 0-2.
This is such an important spot because Kevin Klingerman is not going to give up too much tonight. That's how good he is.
Good spoil there by Bo, whose dad, Kyle, played in the Great Lakes Regional back in 1989. That team won the States as well. Mom Courtney, he's a high school counselor. Here's your 0-2. Spoils another one, and his foot seemed to slip. His back foot slipped out on him. A lot of action in the first, and 35 pitches for Ollie Parks.
I actually like that miss from Ollie Parks just because he struggled to throw anything inside, and even though that's up and in, it helps set up what he's about to throw next, which is going to be away.
Got him swinging. They will leave him loaded. Gotta believe if you ask Boley, we're gonna have the bases loaded, issue 4 walks. If we only give up 1, we're okay.
The Gundo boys and Coach Danny Boley. I'm here at Citi Field, but I wish I was at Williamsport rooting you guys on. Enjoy the big stage, have fun with it. I want to see smiles on all of your faces. Congrats again, and good luck.
That's excellent. Thank you, David Wright. Shout out here, and you'll see several shout outs.
We'll see Fred Couples, we'll see George Brett, we'll see Mike Trout. They all sent along their best. Everybody knows this team.
And Jess knows El Segundo very, very well. Very popular area, located just minutes from LAX. Great beach community. A lot of great people, and we're going to meet the Little Leaguers right now.
My name is Lennon Salazar, and my favorite player is Buster Posey.
My name is Finley Green, and my favorite food is mangoes.
My name's Quinn Boley, and my favorite food's In-N-Out.
My name's Lucas Keldorf, and my dream job is to be a D1 baseball coach.
My name is Colby Lee. My favorite band is AC/DC.
My name is Max Baker, and my favorite artist is Ice Spice.
My name is Brody Brooks, and my favorite player is Ken Griffey Jr.
My name is Declan McRoberts, and my favorite team is the Dodgers.
My name is Ollie Parks, and my favorite actor is Jim Carrey.
My name is Louis Lappy, and my favorite food is a good steak and a baked potato.
My name is Crow Connor, and my favorite team is the Angels.
My name is Jackson Kalish, and my favorite artist is MF Doom.
There he is, Danny Boley, very, very well-known, popular. As Tim pointed out, George Brett, a friend, and he's a friend to many. Born and raised in El Segundo.
Plays golf with Jerry West all the time.
Let's take a look at the El Segundo batting order. And down to 11, again, they are without Jackson Kalish, who would be their number 3 hitter tonight. So they go 11 deep. And this coaching staff's about, as they say, we don't preach goals. Goals are met and you stop. Instead, we emphasize missions because the mission never stops. Declan McRoberts early this morning was penciled in as the kid that was going to be the starting pitcher. And then they made some changes based on some of those issues with Kalish. And we saw 37 pitches thrown by Ollie Parks, so perhaps we'll see Declan come in the second inning. But they only got 1, they stranded 3, and we'll start with Brody Brooks leading things off.
Your name is Brody Brooks. You're a shortstop, and you're a really good player. What a perfect baseball name.
Klingerman's first pitch tonight.
Klingerman throws fastball, curveball, slider, but he throws mostly fastballs because he throws really hard.
He missed that one too. Artie's got two older brothers, Carson Brooks and Logan Brooks, and he says, I have a great relationship with both. They're role models. They taught him all about baseball. And you know they got their eyes on this one. That's in there for a strike.
Brody Brooks, you know, the lottery question, if you won, he said, I'd pay my parents back for all the batting lessons.
That's right.
He said it's been about 500.
You just saw Mom Tiffany.
And the coolest place he's ever visited, Cooperstown.
You know a thing or two about Cooperstown?
Ever tell you I went to Walter Johnson High School?
3 balls, 1 strike, dangerous leadoff hitter. Ooh, took something off it, 3-2.
Boy, that is really impressive. Something off speed on
3-1.
This is what we're talking about. Overpowering stuff. And he throws a breaking ball on 3-1.
Top moment this year.
12 years old.
And top moment this year was a game-tying homer against Sherman Oaks. He'll hold that one. He maybe overthrowing a little bit, trying to get that velo up there at 74. A leadoff walk and a good start for El Segundo.
How can you not overthrow when you're playing a night game in your first game ever at the Little League World Series in this unbelievable setting?
And Louis Lappy. There are certain guys, and Chula Vista had a Ramirez a few years back, who you know have a real ability to impact the entire Little League World Series. This is one of those guys.
He's a star in the making. I mean, saw it in regionals. He knew when he got here. Shows you how good the last 2 pitches were, and not just the location, but the spin. You see the movement late. This is a great hitter up to bat. He's missed twice.
What does Clearman do ahead 0-2? Just missed, down and in. Good pitch ahead 0-2.
Lappy is a soccer player and a basketball player, which explains the great athleticism he has as a baseball player. Just another reminder, play as many sports as you can at this age. They will all make you a better baseball player.
1-2. Wow. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Very close pitches from Klingerman.
I think when you're 6'1", though, that strike zone starts a little bit taller.
That's in the dirt, scooped by Sayre, and that keeps Brody Brooks at first. Both pitchers having a hard time finding that zone. Called strike 3. Gets it at the knees against Lappy. And a big out for Klingerman.
Look at the location, too, right at the kneecaps. And you think about the first 2 strikes that he threw, all that spin. Lappy wanted nothing to do with it. Thought he got ball 4 instead of strike 3.
Now moving up to the 3-hole because of the Kalish illness is Lucas Keldorf. He swings wildly at the first one. And this ball to right. It's deep. Going back at the track and drop by Spangler. Keldorf will get to second, and having to wait to see what would happen was Brooks. He gets to third. Difficult play for both Spangler and Wright. And he couldn't come up with it.
Ohio has played a bunch of night games this year, so this is not new for them. But anytime you're playing on a new field at night with lights, it's a little different. That ball got up way up in the air, and he just kind of misread it at the end.
You can see him look for the wall. Chance now for Max Baker. Pitch is outside. You got a really good look at Spangler going back, checking to see the wall. To your point, hasn't played a game on this field. But now El Segundo in business, second and third with just one out. On the ground is short. Nardell will go to first. Good arm. Boy, that was smooth. Yep. Looked home for a second and then said no chance. And we are tied at 1.
I told you he's my favorite player on the field already. That was a beautiful play. He's got to backhand the ball here because he doesn't have time to do it any other way. And he knows he's got to get an out here. And he gets the out at first with a really strong throwing arm.
Next up, Crew O'Connor. Keldorf at second. That one is ripped to right at Spangler though, and he is happy. That one ended up in his glove. Shake off the one that was a little more difficult on a line shot. Caught by Spangler. Everybody has to be impressed by the first inning and the athleticism of these kids. We'll talk with a Hall of Famer, George Brett, when we come back. We're back, Lombardi Stadium in a 1-1 game. Ohio and El Segundo, California. And one of the great natives of El Segundo, California is George Brett. Buddies with Danny Boley, friends with his dad as well. And George, kind enough to join us here. George, thanks so much. This is Tim Kirkshin, Carl Ravitch, and Jessica Mendoza. We're grateful you're with us. Tell us about your childhood in El Segundo, California.
Oh, it was the best. It was probably a half a mile from Manhattan Beach. I was there almost every day of the summer. A beautiful baseball tradition and a great place to play. It was a beautiful little town. Still is a beautiful little town, and I love to tell people I'm from there.
Right, George. You once told me you weren't even the best hitter on your high school team. Is that true?
Well, I was good, but I think there was a guy named Scotty McGregor who was a year behind me. And Scotty, I think I hit third, he hit fourth. But Scotty was known for his pitching more than his hitting.
George, what's impressed you the most about these young boys from El Segundo?
Well, I don't know any of them, to be honest with you. I talked to my nephew, who had a birthday yesterday, and he said he helped coach some of these kids, which I didn't even know. But it's just so great. It's such a small town in a really neat area of Los Angeles, just south of the LA airport, and then you got the Manhattan Beach. You're right on the water, and it's just a great place. And baseball's always been very, very popular there. Throwing out a lot of Major League Baseball players. We got one playing for the St. Louis Cardinals right now, and Newbar or whatever his name is. But it's really a great tradition there.
Yeah, Lars Newbar, exactly. And we're watching a lot of the kids from El Segundo who got the yellow sleeves on, and Lars helped donate some of those. Before we let you go, as the action continues, for somebody that grew up there, to know that your town is in Williamsport playing in this Little League World Series, for a guy that has seen it all, George, how much pride does that bring to you?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I think my brother Ken, when he was in Babe Ruth, they won Babe Ruth World Series, and he threw a no-hitter one game. Was in the faces of the crowd when he was in Sports Illustrated. And then I think Scotty McGregor's team won the American Legion World Series. But when I was playing there, we didn't advance anywhere. We didn't get a good place. So maybe I was a late bloomer. I don't know, but I'm proud of all these. I sent videos to Danny Boley, 3 or 4 videos of him, kind of telling him to relax and enjoy it, have fun, and things like that. But I'm pulling for him really hard here in Colorado.
All right, George, late bloomer, I'd say so. Everything's worked out really well on the baseball front. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Enjoy it.
Okay, have a good one.
Thank you, George.
So they went back to Ollie Parks to start the inning, and after he issues the leadoff walk to Eddie Block, manager Boley's coming out. We'll see if he's going to make the change to
out, bud. Missing the zone. Hey, look at the
third baseman who's coming out now.
Look at me. It's 1-1, right? Things don't happen. First inning, right? First inning. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You did a great job. Hey, Deck, you're going to come in. Lewis, go to third, and Crew will come to first, all right? Hey, bud, keep your head high. Keep your head high. Keep your head high. You did a fine job. Today wasn't your day. There's plenty more to come. I love you, bud. Let's go.
Strong message, because if El Segundo is going to continue on and perhaps win a Little League World Series, they're going to need Ollie Parks and all he brings. We'll take a timeout. 1-1 just underway. Welcome back, everyone. ESPN's coverage of this Little League World Series is presented by T-Mobile. Williamsport, the upper part of that screen, as we bring you back here to South Williamsport and Lombardi Stadium in all her splendor tonight. And as we move forward in this tournament, teams move into winners brackets, losers brackets. The major leaguers, the Phillies and Nationals, in here on Sunday. And of course, we'll crown a champion a week from Sunday. See what Declan McRoberts now can offer as he has taken over on the mound. Plenty of pitching experience with his team from the West, and a big kid who will throw a fastball and off speed. Lincoln Loeffler is the first one up, and that first pitch in there for a strike. Lewis Lappy's moved over to third base, and Crew O'Connor has gone to first. Ollie Parks is on the bench. Good bunt right back to the pitcher, and he can't find it. Everybody is safe. Looked like McRoberts was letting his head get ahead of the hands and the glove, thinking maybe quickly to second base. Instead, nothing.
All right, there's the teaching moment. You just have to get an out here. And he was thinking, should I turn and throw this to second? And never even got that far.
I've seen this a bunch, Rav. Especially just coming into the game. It's your first pitch, and then you're trying to get ahead of yourself. Bobbled a couple times. It's also why it's so important just to put the ball in play. Test the defense.
That's what we saw today. Ball was in play all afternoon. Make the other team make a play.
Alex Buhane now up AB. Lays down a bunt, and a really good one. They will throw to first, and they will hold it. Nobody was there in time, and they are loaded. Keldorf came out, and it looked like Lee was a little late getting to first, and wisely just held on to it.
Yeah, but this is a beauty, Rav. I mean, look at him choke up and get off the end of the bat. The last 2 inches is how you deaden, especially the bats now. They're so hot, get a lot of pop. You have to get it off the end to be able to do this. This is art right here. Look where he lays this down. That's why it's a base hit.
Bases are loaded now with Block, Loeffler, and Buhane. Infield is in, ball one.
Right, in at the corners, double play depth, second and shortstop. Looks like if they get something up the middle, they'll go for 2 that way. Corners will come to the plate for sure.
Called strike, 0-1 on Alex Sturmey. These are the 2 hitters in the order. That's off the plate. They have 3 total guys that will hit tonight. And a second inning in which they have a big opportunity. Nobody out. 2 balls and a strike. And this one is snared, and now out of the glove of Lappy. Everybody's safe again. The dive by Lappy in his glove, and as he was getting up, it came squirting out. 2-1 Ohio.
Yeah, he had to make the dive there. The shortstop was not going to get to that ball, and even if he did, he wouldn't have a play anywhere. He's got to try to dive for that. He didn't make the play. That's a knock. Base is still loaded.
For Jake Gilmore. Gets the call, strike 1. A little low. Every batter hits in the continuous batting order, so Gilmer swings at that one, and he fouls it off at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Deckman. Oh, off speed. Gilmer got a piece of it. 4'11", 88 pounds. His favorite player is Aaron Judge.
So we have 4'11" and 6'1" in the same game. My point exactly. Open to all shapes and sizes.
Go back to the top of the order after Gilmer. Ooh, another close one. Didn't get the call. Three balls, 2 strikes. What's been a tight strike zone to get this thing started. And he beats one on the ground to second, and they will only have the play at first. 1 run comes in. 3-1 Ohio. Good job by Jake Gilmer to get the run in.
And good job by the second baseman to at least get an out there. There's no reason to go get the lead runner. It's a tricky throw. Get a sure out at first.
How about the 2 strikes? Just hit a ground ball to second base.
Yeah.
If that's not Little League taking you back, how to score a run, shorten up. Beautiful job by the very bottom of the lineup for Ohio.
Yeah, the big leaguers can learn a little something from watching this inning at the plate.
1 out, second and third. The leadoff hitter is Henry Bush, way outside.
Henry Bush, who had 800 in the regionals.
Had some really good swings in his first at bat. He pushed Ollie Parks with a whole bunch of aggressive foul balls. That's inside, 2-0.
You can see this California defense, which was so active during infield, is a bit on their heels because there have been so many balls thrown here.
Tried maybe to pull back, and instead it got a piece of the bat.
Again, keeping the infield back at shortstop and second base. It's the ground ball to the middle infield. You're going to get a run in.
Declan McRoberts came in after the initial walk to Eddie Block, off speed, and Henry Bush did a good job identifying it. He just couldn't get the barrel of the bat to it.
He saw it.
Yeah, he did, right?
He has a beautiful swing.
Swing and a miss there. And that is a huge, huge strikeout.
And the tough one to strike out of all the kids in this lineup. Henry Bush is the contact kid. So it just shows you the mix of pitches and McRoberts dealt there to get the swing and miss, and a huge out to get the second out. We've seen less than 2 outs, them putting the ball in play, how much it's challenged California. Big out for them there.
Called strike to Owen Nardell, the shortstop.
And he knows, because he's a bright little kid, you can tell his baseball IQ exceptionally high. He knows the big boy's up next. Anything he can do to get on here.
Owen Nardell does not give less than an inch between himself and the edge of that batter's box. He is on the plate.
I've always been so impressed with these kids. They stand right on top of the plate and they say, go ahead, throw it in here. Absolutely fearless. Fear is a huge part of baseball when you're 12 years old. And all of these kids have no fear when they go up there. It's so impressive.
1-2, a little high, 2-2. California pitchers, guys, have thrown 66 pitches. 34 of them have been balls. 32 of them have been strikes so far.
Pass ball kicks, ready?
2-2, and this one popped up. O'Connor in foul territory will make the play. They will avoid seeing Klingerman again, leave 2 more on base, but they score 2. Bottom of the second coming up, 3-1 Ohio.
I'm here with Ian from Team Panama, and we're working on our bunting today. Sacrifice bunt. Make sure we're in front of the box, barrel out in front, using the knees to go up and down. Make sure we're deaden it toward first or toward third. Don't jab, especially not right back at the pitcher. That's a perfect bunt right there. Great position. Making sure you're sacrificing yourself for the good of the team.
Alex Buhane had the beautiful bunt. Speaking of mechanics, and had a basically textbook lay down a bunt. Not only using your legs, but to me, it's about the bat position, being able to get it off the end of the bat. Look at his head and eyes. Beautiful 360 look to be able to see this execution. You guys, we see this at the MLB level. Doesn't matter how hard it is to execute a bunt the way that he does. Beautiful job laying it down for a hit to get that inning going, score another run.
And he keeps his fingers on the opposite end of the bat, so there's no chance a pitch is going to hit him in the fingers. Some big leaguers make the mistake and wrap their finger around the bat. That should not be done.
One thing this team from Ohio does with all their players that they have, they will move guys around, not just to hit, but getting into the field. So Buhane takes a seat. Jake Gilmer's in left now. Lincoln Luffler moves over to first base. And we are set for the bottom of the second, and a whole bunch of action already in this game. 3-1 Ohio. Wow, what a rip that was from Ollie Parks.
I think there was a little anger there for not pitching his best the first inning and a inning plus.
You notice he's got the sleeve back on too, by the way, now that he's not pitching. First thing he did. Give me that sleeve from Lars Nootbaar.
Parks, Boley, McRoberts due up. Good pitch there. A lot of times, major league level, college level, and certainly little league level, pitchers can settle in. And Klingerman, after a bumpy first inning, ahead 0-2.
Speaking of Lars Nootbaar, he is dating Jackson Kalish's older sister.
Yeah. Susanna. For a long time now. Giving a ton of advice to the team. One of many now that speaks to the team. They've got a long list of big-time famous athletes.
Boy, right in on his fist. Yeah, if you need dirt out in California, Mendoza. she got it all.
Cali girl. It's pretty cool, too. You think California, 50 times they've made it to the Little League World Series. This is the first time for El Segundo.
Yeah.
Whoa! Next most is 36 times. That's how much better California has been than any other U.S. state in the Little League World Series.
23 title games, won at 7.
On the inside corner, that's a strikeout looking. Julie Foudy.
I got Kevin Klingerman's dad next to me, Kevin, cheering over that strikeout, of course, but what a game this has been. And I always do a pitcher-parent check-in. So how are you doing? Can you believe it's only the second inning?
I can't believe the second inning. It seems like we've been here for 2 days, but it's very stressful. But he's pitching real good. Super proud of him. He's a great young man, and he seems like he's doing pretty good so far. So West team is one of the best teams we've ever had. We have our hands full tonight, and you know, we hope for the best, but he's doing good so far.
He's staying very calm, Dad. You should be proud of that. Steak dinner is a tradition, I know, for you all before big tournaments. I need to know, did you get the steak dinner in last night?
He did. He got one last night. He was all excited. He's been eating dorm food for a while, and he's like, can we go out to dinner? And I'm like, sure. So we found a local place. They were super kind to us. Everybody in Williamsport's been unbelievable. I mean, the people have really embraced us and every team here, I can imagine. But he's like, I'd like to get out a little dorm food tonight. So we were able to sneak him out last night and, calm him down a little bit. But yes, he got a steak dinner, which is kind of his tradition.
Yeah. And I bet he's grown a little bit over these last couple of years, hasn't he?
He has. He's sprouted up. We always say his hair is growing faster than the rest of them, but we're trying to working on that, and he says it looks good. But yeah, he sprouted up last couple years, and when they did the ESPN interviews before, he was all excited. He goes, hey, Dad, I'm 5'10" now, and I'm like, oh boy. I said, so here he goes. Yeah.
And last but not least, he said his special talent is throwing gas. So I want to know what's more impressive, the gas he throws, or the fact that he drives 270 yards, which is maybe more than you, Dad?
He can outdrive me, which is frustrating. Sometimes I don't know where it's going, but he's hitting it down the fairway and beating me. But no, he's worked really hard at pitching. He works with a couple guys in Columbus area, and he's very proud of him. He's done really good.
All right. Have the best of times. Enjoy it. Take a breath.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Julie, thank you very much. As Quinn Boley is up, he looked at one right down the middle, just a little bit low, and we go full. Because of all these pitches, both pitchers, obviously the starter out for California, but this is the 30th pitch that he's going to throw. It's the second inning. And there's only one out.
Go for it.
And he lost him there. Ball 4. Let's do a little bit more on Kevin Klingerman. It's brought to you by Dollar Car Rental. And as his dad said, this is a kid that has shot up recently. He was not the premier player on the team, but he's become that guy.
You know, it's really amazing when you grow that much at this age, how you can keep your coordination.
Yes.
Only a great athlete can do that. And for him to shoot up like he has and still be as graceful an athlete, that's really difficult to do. But again, it's because he plays every sport.
And the work ethic, too. Sometimes it's better to not be the best player and then have to earn it.
Declan McRoberts next up after the walk. Swings at that first one. One other note on Klingerman, because one of the questions all the kids are asked are if you were to win the lottery. He said, I'd invest 75% of the money in stocks and real estate, then spend the rest on a mega yacht and live on it in Monaco.
Right, and where Mike Monaco, we could probably see Mike Monaco there. Maybe not.
I like that he already percentages towards stocks.
Yep, 75%.
75%. He probably has the stocks picked out.
I'm not sure he's aware of the price of yachts.
Toy yacht.
We have some great if I win the lotteries in this game. I'll get to a couple more as we go along.
Given Klingerman's dominance on the mound, and he is the ace, and it's really not even close with this team, that pitch count is critical to Ohio.
Good battle right now from Declan. You can tell he's late on the fastball, but 2 strikes, literally just trying to get any kind of piece. Shorten that swing up.
Trying to help himself now that he is on the mound. One missed. Roberts' family spent some time in Ireland, Scotland, and England for 3 weeks. And you settle back in and play some baseball and watch another one go wide. See the sweat on Kevin Klingerman out there on the mound. It's become a bit of a humid night in Williamsport. Hat keeps falling off of the mound too.
That's easy when you have that kind of hair.
Yeah, it doesn't rest up there very easily. This is the 4th full count for Klingerman. Surprising number of walks tonight from a guy that has been so good and so reliable. Back-to-back walks now. Have runners at first and second.
Yeah, 11 2/3 in the regionals. No runs allowed. He's given up a run here. He's walked 3 already.
That was his struggle early in that regional, though, Timmy. That was when he did struggle. It was the walks. It wasn't the big hits. He could definitely strike guys out, but the command was an issue.
Finley Green with 2 on and 1 out. He's done a decent job getting ahead of the hitters. It's then how you put them away. And McRoberts did a good job fouling a few off. They just shifted Jake Gilmer, the left fielder, way over towards center field.
tremendous amount of room down the left field.
Yes, there is. You can see it right there. Green followed by Colby Lee.
Finley's pregame routine: makes dumplings, takes a shower, meditates. It's kind of an interesting threesome, don't you think?
Do you eat the dumplings at any point, or do you just make them?
You make them, eat them, take a shower, and then meditate.
That's a strikeout of Finley Green. Second strikeout of the inning. Little League wants to extend a special thank you to its official sponsors, Eastern Baseball and Adidas. These companies provide year-round support to the Little League program. They create opportunities and experiences for the families and communities. They also want to thank their volunteers who make the program such a great experience for the millions of kids around the world. Whoa! First pitch in tight, Colby Lee.
Tim, you talked about it. These hitters aren't afraid to get on the plate. Klingerman's not afraid to go in there. Some of these have been really close because the batters are moving so much, not getting the call.
Lee is the 10th hitter in the order. They have 11 tonight. Lennon Salazar is next up before you get back to the top of the order.
.43 pitches, Rabbit.
Maximum 85 before you come out. 1-1 on the way to lead with 2 on. 1-2. They started the game off with a terrific play at second base. That's in the dirt.
Really nice block.
Colby's a baseball fan. When he's not playing, he's watching the Angels. And he said, in an ideal world, he sits behind home plate for every Angels game. He's a little worried about the future of the Halos. Swing and a miss. He said, I look at the Angels, they get 2 of the best players in baseball, and they haven't won anything. How are we going to change that?
Join the club, Colby.
He ends up striking out 3 in the inning.
Kona here. I just wanted to tell all you New Albany baseball players to have a ball at Williamsport. It is one of the funnest. I was fortunate enough to be an announcer there about 12 years ago. It is one of the greatest experiences you'll ever have. Go enjoy competing and represent Ohio the way you can. And I just wanted to wish you all the best of luck. Have a ball. See you guys.
New Albany Little League, what's going on? Kyle Schwarber here with the Philadelphia Phillies and an Ohio native. Hey, I want to wish you guys good luck today. Hopefully you guys hit them out of the park just like we do here in Philly. But, and you know what? Hopefully we get to see you guys in Williamsport here soon. Good luck. Go Ohio. See you guys soon.
They will see them on Sunday. Philadelphia Philly is going to be very popular with Schwarber, of course, being from Ohio, where he not only played baseball, he played football, close to being a Big Ten linebacker.
And Tito Francona, of course, loves this place. When he came to ESPN, he had it built in his contract. I am covering the Little League World Series in Williamsport. And Tito put it best. He said, Williamsport is where baseball meets the county fair.
So true.
And he's absolutely right about it. And Coach told me the #1 guy he wants to meet that he put on his sheet, his bio, first guy he wants to meet is Tito Francona. What are you doing?
This is the official Tim Kirchin Little League World Series bingo card. We checked off Tito Francona loves it here story.
Am I that predictable? You know what's coming next?
Oh, that's great. I need to see this.
Yeah. Back to the action. Klingerman off speed. Ooh, just underneath it. It is sky high. Here comes Baker. Oh, nice catch. Max Baker.
See how far that he had to come, Robbie?
He did, and the ball was up there for an hour.
Right. And we've seen guys lose the ball up there because night games getting lost, but he reads this off of the bat, the hustle, and then they'll slide with the flow. Make a perfect grab. That was dropping in for a hit all the way until Max Baker said no.
And that brings up Nolan Pettinger, and down to the bullpen goes a couple of guys to warm up for Ohio. Goes Spangler. Do we open a gate for him instead of having to hop on over? Alex Sturmy, there we go. That's the door. Yeah, Jess, on the catch probability, you know, if you just did it within the seconds, it probably started really high, and then all of a sudden it got really low, and he made a great catch because nobody could see it in the beginning.
No.
He hit it above the lights.
So Nolan Pettinger, his bio says he makes chocolate chip cookies and takes lots of cruises. He's 12. How many cruises could he have taken?
That one is laced. It's going to get down, and it is cut off before it gets to the gap in the wall. Good job out there and left by Finley Green. And a single for Nolan Pettinger.
Well, the outfield play again on that. Holding a guy to a single, keeping him out of scoring position. That's a nice piece of hitting there.
I was saying, look at the swing. Nolan, I mean, just doing a nice job of going with. We talk about it, but that had a little run going away from the barrel. He stays with it. You see the pop. This should have been a double. Impressed with this California outfield.
Cole Muller next up. Muller was the hero in their state title game. He had 2 homers, 7 RBIs, a grand slam, and then a 3-run shot at the end. He also missed a month of baseball in May with a concussion after a batted ball had got him in the eye area.
So he hit a slam in the first inning and a walk-off homer. That's pretty rare.
It's a good day's work. Strike 3 on the corner for McRoberts. 2-man down.
Gotta tie your shoe. This happens probably if we had a bingo card for all the things that happen in Little League. Stopping to tie your shoe. Usually happens multiple times.
Hunter Sayre is the catcher. Big red-headed kid, and he is one of the leaders of this team. When it comes to the dugout, it's Klingerman and it's Sayre who get him going. Late on that pitch.
And I love it. He plays the tuba.
Yes.
And claims tuba players are unappreciated because they always have to stand in the back. I couldn't even hold up a tuba.
No chance. You know what a tuba weighs?
More than me, I'm sure.
Sayre laid off it. Good job there. Keldorf has been terrific, like a goaltender back there, keeping the runner from scoring position.
Looks like a hockey goalie.
Yeah.
We've seen him just go wide right, get down to his knees. I mean, he's showing it off. And the frames. That was a beautiful job. Really stealing a strike for his pitcher, McRoberts.
Way off speed, he picks up the strikeout. Look, I know you're in great shape, but you weigh a little more than a tuba. A tuba's only 20 to 30 pounds.
Just kidding. I know I weigh more than a tuba.
Middle of 3 at the World Series. Ohio 3, California 1. ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series is presented by T-Mobile. Action continues tomorrow. Going to see some teams for the first time There have been some buys, and if you win here, you don't play again until Monday. So Venezuela, Panama, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Tennessee, Nolensville, 3rd consecutive year that they have been here, will take on Smithfield, Rhode Island. Japan and Mexico. Texas will get Fargo, North Dakota. So a couple of first-timers there. North Dakota, Tennessee, Venezuela, Mexico. 1357 ESPN. Looking forward to Friday. Then we hit the weekend. We bring in the major leaguers. And it kind of settles in. A little binge watching of the Little League World Series over the course of about 12 nights.
Yes.
We've been teased a lot by the food.
Where are the toppings? Sorry. It's got to be toppings.
What do you go with? Sprinkles?
Brownie bites.
Brownie bites.
And peanuts.
Oreo
like
cookie
mix.
crumbles? No?
I mean,
whatever.
I haven't met a topping I don't like, Grab.
All right, Klingerman back on the bump. 46 pitches. And that first one is a little high.
So I told you about winning the lottery. Lennon Salazar says if I win it, I'm going to buy some video games, some baseball equipment, and the San Francisco Giants.
We've had a couple of those. Who wanted the Red Sox?
Right.
Again, the sort of the yacht thing. Now we're buying a baseball team. We've had some billion-dollar lotteries lately.
I'm going to buy Fortnite, aluminum bat, and the Giants.
Max Baker on the same team. He wants to buy the Red Sox. He's like, I could make them better.
Way better. Yep.
All you have to do is own it. Yeah.
Bumpy start to the inning. Lennon Salazar now 3 balls and no strikes.
Oh, that is precious. Little sis.
Locked and loaded.
Oh, she's ready to play. Let's go. Get her a glove.
Go for it. 4 pitches and another walk. Julie Foudy, what do you have?
I actually have Louis Lappy's parents, Ted and Kathy. They're in the middle of cheering, but Louis is up in a couple batters. But let's talk about one of the things I loved on his research notes, Ted, is that he said before games his superstition is got to get a hug or a few from Dad before it goes on the field. And I know how tough it is. You guys haven't seen your kids. Did you get the pregame hug in?
Maybe about half a dozen today. So I had to get them in, and I think a couple of them we didn't get right, so we had to repeat them.
I know it's hard, right? Because you haven't seen your kids. I don't think people understand that it's been weeks on the road for you all, and you've been separated from them. Kathy, another thing that Louis talked about.
Center field. Oh, off the glove of Eddie Block and a homer. Brody Brooks has left the yard, and Eddie Block wants another chance at that one.
Well, Coach told me the first 5 guys in our order are capable of hitting the ball out of the ballpark. There's your leadoff guy. And he had that. He measured that perfectly in center field.
But look at the swing. I mean, he took a fastball up. You meet it, you greet it out of here. But I love the read from Eddie Block. He's right there. He's going to replay this for the rest of his life because it was in the glove. Would have been the biggest catch of his life, robbing this one. But it was over the fence. Oh.
What an effort. He wants to go get it so bad. Nobody's going to know it came out of my glove. We'll get back to the parents of Louis Lappy. Go ahead, Julie.
Last thing, Louis talked about one of the special talents being, besides hitting and pitching so well, of course, is his cooking. I want to know how I can get my kids on the same page, Kathy.
Well, you know, send them on over to my house. We'd be happy to host. But Louis is great in the kitchen. He's super confident and just wants to do it on his own, doesn't want any help. So hasn't burned the house down yet, so we're happy.
That's always a bonus.
Yes, absolutely.
What is he cooking?
You know, he cooks his breakfast, pancakes, eggs. He loves meatloaf, so that's his favorite dish, and he will go at it, and hands off for me, so.
I'm going to get Louis talking to my kids for sure. Hey, enjoy this. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You felt the breeze from that swing up here.
He's taking the lead with that one. That was an all-in swing.
Brody Brooks with a single and a home run tonight. Ties this game up at 3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Uh-oh, Lappy, right field. Forget about it.
To repeat, Coach said the first 5 guys can hit it out of the ballpark, and now the leadoff guy and the number 2 hitter back-to-back go deep.
That one sounded a little bit different.
Opposite field 12-year-old gets it up in the air like that. Man, is that impressive.
Yeah, the pitch location, middle away, Timmy, you were talking about it. Look at the swing. I mean, we saw a bigger swing on the one he missed. What I like about this one, that's 80%. He's just trying to meet this pitch. But when you're 6'1", 155 pounds, when you meet it, this is where it goes. Back-to-back home runs for California.
How about that? Julie was interviewing a kid today, parents, and the kid got a hit. And one batter before, the kid hits a home run.
Yeah, I'd like to think it was the interview effect. You have that halo effect. How about that?
It was amazing. Oh my goodness. I didn't really see it.
That's my fault. Actually, no, I had left by then, I think.
That was just amazing. So, you knew it was gone just the moment you heard it. Just the crack of the bat. So.
Amazing. When the ball meets the bat perfectly, you know it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you've seen Lewis do that many times before, but here in Williamsport is different. Congratulations again. Enjoy the rest of this.
Here's another one off the bat, and Keldorf to center. That is caught out there by Block. Boy, did Lucas Keldorf hit that thing hard. And they're right. It sounded like it was a homer off the bat.
The last 3 swings have really produced some serious thunder here. This ball was smoked also.
What's crazy is their number 3 hitter is sick. He's not in this lineup. Tim, you talked about the first 5 batters, but they're down 1 and they're still popping it.
On the ground, a second, and that's a good hop for Henry Bush, and he will throw to first for the out. It's amazing, too, in the regionals, and they weren't easy. The regionals were tough. They beat Northern California by a run. And then they beat Hawaii 6-zip and then had to take care of Northern California again. 3-0 was the final. They didn't hit any homers in the regionals. And tonight they go back-to-back. O'Connor fielded by Klingerman. And he will flip to first base. Wow. You're right, Jess. They hit 2 homers, but Eddie Block is going to be thinking about that for a long, long time. What an effort by the center fielder. The ball hit the glove, he hit the wall, and the ball came out.
Brody Brooks, Lewis Lappy, the power from California going back-to-back. First to tie it up, then to take the lead. Cali's up 4-3.
Little League Baseball World Series right here on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. Well, it's been interesting. At the top of this telecast, we talked about how pitching has been dominant. And here we are in this game, 7 runs, 6 hits. And we're only through 3. Been a little different game. 2 home runs. Fun night here in Lomini for sure, between Ohio and California. And give California a lot of credit because their starting pitcher, Ollie Parks, really struggled, and yet he was able to limit the damage. Only gave up a run, and they had opportunities to make it a much bigger lead and didn't. And then the manager, Doley, decided to switch, and that has proven to be so far effective as they now have a 4-3 lead to the 4th. Bo Spangler, Eddie Block, Lincoln Luffler. This was a part of the walk party and then the bunt party that broke out in the second inning.
All kinds of different parties, Rav.
A lot of parties here. It's a big party. What did Terry Francona say? What did Terry Francona say about?
He said Williamsport is where baseball meets the county fair.
County fair. All right, watch Lappy's arm.
I will tell you without hesitation, the throwing arm on the third baseman and the shortstop for California are as strong as you're ever going to see in a Little League game.
How about Crew O'Connor, the first baseman? I mean, he's just taking bullets. No big thing. Is anything coming from that side of the field? It's been 75 plus.
Whoa. Clearly, California made the decision, Danny Boley and company, not to start Lappy in this game. So they are currently ahead without using their best pitcher.
And the big reason why, Rob, was the sickness you guys were talking about that spread through basically the entire dorms. We've seen 5 kids from California. Lappy was one of them. Sick a few days ago, and one of their best hitters is out because of it.
Favorite food for Eddie Block is pizza. Today, Jess, Todd Frazier told us, if you put pineapple on a pizza, you're not my friend anymore.
Oh, then we're not friends. He came up to me and was like, Jess, tell me that you don't eat pineapple on our pizza. I'm like, you throw anything on a pizza, I'm going to eat it. He's like, no!
He called it rude. He called it rude if you put pineapple on a pizza.
He was clearly offended by the concept. Strikeout of Eddie Block. You can find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the official handles at Little League. Follow the action, join the conversation with Little League World Series. So Mike Notaro told him, he gave him the name of a pizza place in Williamsport. He said, the best pizza ever. And Frazier looked at him like he burned holes in his skin with, like, seriously? You're suggesting it's the best pizza I've ever eaten? And he's a connoisseur of pizza.
I'm just sad that I don't get to be friends with Todd anymore.
Yeah, that ended quickly. Tell you what, Declan McRoberts has struck out 3 of the last 4 that he has seen. And he has locked it in after coming on a relief.
Because he's throwing strikes.
Gets the call there, and that will do it. 4 of his last 5 outs have come via the K. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. California's got a 1-run lead. When we come back to Lombardy and Williamsport. Little League stats provided by Game Changer, the official scorekeeping and stats technology partner of Little League and the Little League World Series. Game Changer now offers free live streaming for regular season local youth games, plus automatic video highlight clips when you stream and score your games. Heldorf and Lappy have gone out to the bullpen. Maybe a would-be closer situation. Heldorf's dad, of course, like a media guy, so he knows where the cameras are.
Absolutely.
He picked it right up. Klingerman stays on the mound. 58 pitches under his belt. He'll get Ollie Parks, Boley, and then McRoberts. The first pitch is down.
Ollie, when he grows up, wants to either be a Major League Baseball player or an actor. Connor Jackson, who played for the Diamondbacks years ago, was an actor, took a lot of drama in college, and went on to become a big league player. Had a few big leaguers who ended up on the screen.
Kike Hernandez. 2-0. 6, 7, and 8 in the California order. 2 home runs in the game. Last inning, Brody Brooks, Lewis Lappy. Part of a 3-run inning. They lead it by 1. 2-0. 2-1. Good pitch, 2 balls, 2 strikes. ...62 pitches. 7 times California has won it all. They've been to 23 title games. Yep, he got him to chase. First strikeout. Who's in a slam ball? The summer schedule wraps up tonight. Championship game is at 11 Eastern time on ESPN and ESPN+. Whole combo of basketball, football, and hockey in a cage with trampolines. Maybe throw some ice cream in there with toppings. It is.
Yes, please.
It is back. 11 o'clock Eastern time. Slam ball. Park strikes out. Strike one to Quinn Boley.
So Danny Boley told me he's been here for 3 nights. He gets up and walks into the stadium at 4 o'clock in the morning, has a cup of coffee, and cries out loud. That's how emotional this has been to be in this ballpark with his son on the team. And right there on the field before the game, he started crying.
Really?
Thinking about how emotional this whole scene has been, how far they had to come to get here. He's got his son with him. Pretty powerful moment.
Great story. 0-1.
The family's amazingly connected too in so many ways. We've talked about the superstars, but just even in the sports space. I mean, Quinn's great-grandfather, Danny's grandfather, played with the Brooklyn Dodgers in the minor league organization, had all these stories. Dizzy Dean.
Whoa.
Broke his hand trying to catch him with those old school mitts. You guys have seen him back in like the 1930s. And of course, Danny played pro volleyball. So many in the family. Boxing.
Grandfather Wayne played basketball at LMU. As Tim said, very close with Jerry West as that one misses badly. Got the fire pits out there at Dockweiler Beach. Good place to hang. LA County, Santa Monica Bay. As Jeff said, you can't even get a spot on the beach.
Well, that's the spot. From Manhattan Beach up to Venice.
Woo! 3 balls, 2 strikes. Called strike 3. Boley retired. Back-to-back punch-outs for Klingerman. Roberts has proven to be a pretty difficult at bat. He walked his first time up, fouled a whole bunch of balls off. After giving up 2 homers, he had a fly out, a couple of ground outs, and 2 punch outs from Kevin Klingerman. One that hit the bull.
Like Robert said, the player he most wants to meet is Pedro Martinez. Pedro told me when he was in rookie ball, he weighed 138 pounds and threw 93 miles an hour.
And George Brett thought he was the late bloomer.
I said, Pedro, how could you throw 93 at 138? He goes, well, God gave me that. And it's true.
One and 2. That was pretty impressive. Klingerman threw a fastball. Then he caught his hat as it fell off of his head.
I think he's used to it. Hat keeps flying off that flow he's got.
1 and 2, looking to strike out the side. Whoa! Not there, a little outside. Does Pedro have bigger hands than I do?
Pedro Martinez's hands are
enormous.
He's got the longest fingers. They're all double jointed. It's amazing.
Whoa!
And Ravi has the smallest hands of any adult I've ever met in my life.
We have a glove in the booth.
Like
you think that would fit
A giant glove back here.
Giant glove. Nearly as big as the one in left field in San Francisco. 3-2.
Go for it.
Roberts walks, and he has proven to be a very difficult guy at the plate.
Yeah, we've seen him, and he was down 0-2, Rav, came back. A lot of takes, some foul balls. Keep turning this lineup over.
Klingerman has reached 75 pitches.
Yes, it did.
Strike one on the offer on the bunt attempt. Frustrating game for Ohio and Klingerman there, and they're going to remember that home run off the bat of Brody Brooks. The loser of this game will come again on Saturday. And that's been the miss, consistent tonight. He has pulled a lot of his fastballs down and away.
You generally do that when you're overthrown.
Yeah.
Oh,
ouch, that one hurt. Got him on the hand, I think. He's shaking that.
Saying foul ball.
That ball hit him in the hand.
Certainly sounded. I didn't hear a bat at all.
We had our game today, Ravi, where the ball hit the knob of the bat. That was all hand. What the umpire might be calling here is he's calling this a
swing,
bunt attempt.
Yeah,
and if you are bunting a ball and you get hit in the hand as you are attempting to bunt it, it is indeed a foul ball.
Right.
I'm not sure he had squared enough to bunt that ball, or
well, he squared before Klingerman even began his delivery. More importantly, you're a little bit concerned about Finley Green's fingers, because that really hurts. You're wrapped around the bat, and that was a fastball.
That's what I mean about the courage of these kids. This is a dangerous game, and they play it with abandon. It's so impressive.
He's squared there, Tim.
Yeah, I'm saying he's trying to pull the bat back here, maybe. But you're right. That looks like a bunt attempt to me.
It is. They're going to bring him back. If he can still swing, though, his hand is shaking a ton.
Yeah.
So they changed it. They're going to give him first base on a hit by pitch. And right now, the manager, Tim Bush, is out discussing the very subject you guys were talking about.
Right. He's saying he's squared to bunt. If you swing a bat, if you swing the bat and the ball hits you, it's a swing.
It's a strike.
I honestly think they were just looking if it was a foul ball or it hit his hand, and then they confirmed it hit his hand, and now they're trying to argue, yeah, but did he attempt to bunt, which is a different look.
See, he's pulling the bat back there. See, he's squared to bunt, but if you're pulling the bat back like that, an umpire can say he wasn't trying to bunt that ball.
That was a much better look at it, too. You can see he was trying to get out of the way with the bat, and then it ran in on him and hit him.
Of course, this is a really big call in this game. We're a one-run game, bottom of the fourth inning.
Klingerman running out of pitches, although he certainly hasn't been very sharp tonight with the ball-strike ratio.
And Louis Lappy warming up in the bullpen.
So 2 down, 2 aboard. 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 Colby Lee is the 10th hitter in the order, and then Lennon Salazar before you go to the top. Called strike one on the inside corner.
Left fielders playing nearly in center field here.
And a slow roller. Klingerman can't get it, but the flip from the second baseman is in time. Henry Bush. Wait a minute, Foudy is where?
Ravi, remember when I was a little upset that Swaggin had been put out to pasture as a hitting target?
Yeah.
We are freeing Swaggin our way. Is it time? Is it time to free Swaggin? Hashtag free Swaggin. Free Swaggin.
Release the beast. Welcome back. Rightly so. And that's why it's in the condition it's in. Third inning, that's when the back-to-back big flies went. Unbelievable effort by Eddie Block in center field. He couldn't hang on to that Brody Brooks home run. And that turned out to be the one that really hurt him. This one put him, Louis Lappy's shot, up 4-3. That was a no-doubter. Back-to-back homers. Klingerman then retired the next 6 in a row. And as a result, we're sitting here in a 4-3 game. And we have gone into a weather delay. Take a look at our game track. It's brought to you by Geico. Jessica Mendoza and Tim Kirkshin. Julie Foudy. 2 solo homers may be the difference. And it's interesting. You go back to a kid that started the game, Ollie Parks, who didn't have great control, but the decision and the timing on when to get him out may have really saved the game and got them a victory today.
Yeah, they acknowledged to me, coaches did, this is a risky move because he's so up and down. So he was down today, but he didn't, pitch him out of the game, right, and then relief pitcher, and now they have more pitching to come.
Declan McRoberts coming into the game for Ollie Parks, and he's been much more control, a lot more command, has that confidence.
Yeah, he did a good job, and you can tell even early on with him, Jess, he was a little shaky, and then he just settled in. I think the strike zone expanded a little bit too. I mean, some of those calls they weren't getting early, which frustrated Parks and frustrated Klingerman as well, started to expand a little bit. And it got more of the offense in the flow, and it certainly got the pitchers a little more engaged, which helped out. But an offensive barrage relative to what we have seen so far here in Williamsport.
And we knew that offense was coming. Again, they have power 1 through 5 in the order. This team has scored runs in the regional. When you have that many big, strong, athletic kids in the lineup, eventually you're going to score some runs.
We're going to take a timeout here. No rain has fallen yet, but it is on the doorstep. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Foudy's probably going to have to park that wagon somewhere it can stay dry. And we'll look at the day and what has unfolded in Williamsport so far. Tomorrow in Venezuela. We'll get a look at the team that won Panama. That's at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Tennessee takes the field for the first time against a Rhode Island club that won 3-1 and managed 1 hit in their game. Stella Weaver, stars from Nolensville, Tennessee. Look forward to seeing her on the field tomorrow, 3 Eastern time. Japan and Mexico, first time we see the kids from Mexico. That's at 5 Eastern time. And then Texas back on Lamity Stadium to deal with Fargo, North Dakota. First time we've seen a team from Fargo in Williamsport. Look forward to welcoming them and getting their feet wet for the first time. And that may be a bad term, feet wet, because we are awaiting rain here at Lamity tonight in a game that's now gone into a delay with the West leading 4-3 over the Great Lakes. El Segundo, California by 1. Take a look at what happened earlier today. Australia and Curacao. This game was very, very close. In fact, scoreless in the 5th inning. And Javeri Felicia, an RBI single, and the sun caused all of that. Finally, Curacao gets on the board. They lead at 1-0.
Curaçao's got 5 guys back from last year, right? Yep. You've never seen that, right?
No, not that many. I mean, we have Nolensville as a team here for the 3rd consecutive year. But your guy, Jadlin, was absolutely dealing. 1 hit, 5 Ks.
And the fire, the personality, that's what I love about watching this Curacao team. They got a lot of fight.
Game we did here, Washington and Maine. That's Ryland Jackson. 2 would score. Washington went up 2-zip. Here's Nolan Chang, and this was about as hard a hit ball as we had in our game, all the way to the wall and got stuck underneath. Washington up 3-0. Now 9-zip. Chang. How many times do we see balls roll right up the middle?
They found every hole on the field today, and good for them because they put it in play.
Ray Kirchhoff was dynamite. 4 innings, no runs, 1 hit, 8 punchies. Washington a winner, 10-zip. Seattle, the Little League World Series.
Always got a team that you circle right now. That team is Chinese Taipei.
100%.
All the teams.
The 1-0 teams, Panama, Japan, Curacao, Chinese Taipei. On the other side, Texas, Rhode Island, Washington. Right now, California with a 4-3 lead. If it stays this way, they don't resume play, they will get the victory in this one. That critical part of the 1-0 there, we mentioned Reese Roussel a few years ago. The 15 hits set the record. That Louisiana team is the only one since 11 to lose game 1 and win. And that is such a difficult road. And as you saw those teams on the left, you realize they're 1-0, and it just doesn't look like, you said, that they're going to lose a bunch of games. But this has been about pitching. I mean, this whole thing. Have you seen, you've been coming here for years, have you seen pitching like this?
No, and I think the biggest thing is when you see mid-70s, you're like, hold on, wait. Now we've seen every team be able to hit 73, 74, and then Chinese Taipei hit 80. We've not seen that. So the velocity is definitely increased. I love this game right here, though, especially because of how close it is. But you take back to all the pitching. I mean, to start us off, we had a no-hitter from Panama, a combined no-hitter for their entire team. And again, it's the velocity, but also the command. The fact that they're throwing strikes, attacking hitters, no matter who's up to bat.
Yeah, I am just amazed by the count that these guys will throw a pitch. We saw a 3-1 curveball tonight. There's no fastball counts in the big leagues anymore. And now I'm starting to wonder about Little League because that kid today just threw curveball after curveball and could spot it for a strike, whatever he wanted. Inside, outside, tremendous.
3 no-hitters and a perfect game. All of them on the international side. 4 players with 10 strikeouts in the game and 4 shutouts.
We're on day 2.
Yeah.
I mean, look at those numbers. That's something you'd see over the course of 10 years. We're seeing here in 2 days.
Every game Mike Monaco calls shutout, possible no-hitter, perfect game.
What you do realize, too, is a lot of these teams will come with an ace, like one guy that can deal. And then as you get deeper into the pitching staffs, you start to see a little bit more offense. That's what tomorrow will be about.
That's what I'm hoping. Bring on the offense.
Yeah, let's get some hits. We'll see. Lappy's folks have the ball. That's a keepsake. Yeah, my son, you see that? Got all of it. Right off the sound of the bat, I knew it was gone. And it was. So we're in a weather delay. It's just about 9 o'clock here in the east, and we will stay here. You can start an inning pretty late here in Williamsport, so they are going to do their very best to make sure we play innings 5 and 6. But a heavy downpour is expected within the next 15 to 20 minutes, and as a result, they really didn't want to get the 5th inning rolling. Let's pause it at the 4th and hope we get back out there for 5 and 6. It's a 4-3 ball game, couple of homers, and everybody is just going to wait. We will provide the updates as soon as they become available to you. In the meantime, we're going to send you off to Superstar Racing Experience, and we will get you an update and a reminder. Tomorrow we start at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, Venezuela and Panama. 4 games on the docket tomorrow. Great day today. Let's hope we have more baseball tonight. California leading Great Lakes 4-3. Alan Bestwick, Matt Yoakum, and Connor Daly pick it up.